Hello, welcome to the webinar. We're going to get started here in 3 minutes. Welcome. Hello, Jane. Hello, Shanna. Hello. All right. Welcome to the webinar. Hello. Hello, Kristen. Paid memberships. We're going to get started here in a little bit over a minute. Welcome, everybody. Hello, welcome. Hello. Where are you calling in from, or where are you logging in from? Florida. Okay, I'm in Florida. I'm in Boca Raton, Florida. Well, Coconut Creek, technically, right next to Boca, but yeah, it's rainy over here today. It was beautiful. It's been beautiful, but we need a little rain here. North. Oh, wildfire. Oh, gosh. No. Wildfire is not good. Will, hello. Welcome to the webinar. Yeah, wildfire. We don't have many wildfires out in South Florida. It's nice, though, over here. Florida's a good place to be. We got the beaches, which is, I go to the beach every weekend. I'm a beach guy. Robert, hello. Welcome to the webinar. Scott, how you doing? We're about to get started. Welcome to the webinar. You want to share where you're calling in from, we're logging in from, whatever you like to call it. I'm in Boca Raton, Florida. William, hello. Welcome to the webinar. Will, we got Will, William. We got a couple Wills in there. Excellent. Excellent. We're going to get started. We are going to get started. Let me get this thing rocking and rolling here for everybody. Excellent. All right. So I want to welcome everybody to the webinar. We're really going to talk about brand visibility today. A lot is changing in the space. I know we have a lot of SaaS founders on the call today. We'll be discussing, obviously a lot of the things that are moving from original search, SEO, right, to answer engine optimization from AI engines. It's something that's, we believe. We also have a SaaS company. My partner and I, we have another SaaS company. We actually learned about all this, and we really want to develop a product that could support companies in their growth, and in the answer engine optimization world, which is kind of like it's its own new space. And so we're going to actually have a good time today. All right, we're going to spend 28 more minutes on this call. Okay, 15 of those minutes are going to be just me kind of going over what's happening in the space. The other 15 minutes is going to be me going over, we're going to do a live search with one of you guys' URLs. Okay, so if you want to know where you rank on the LLMs, drop your URL in the chat. Okay, and while I'm talking and going through the process, You can also do the process while I'm talking if you want on RankMonster.ai. Okay, so if you're on your PC, then you could go to RankMonster.ai, or if you want us to do it with you, you could just drop your URL. I'll do yours live on the call today. So if anybody wants theirs to look at their brand visibility, I'm going to do one live with you guys on the call. Okay. And understand this. This is only if you guys want more customers from search, okay, which are the best customers. If you guys didn't know that yet, somebody already has a pain. They're searching for it on ChatGPT, on Claude, on Perplexity, on Grok, and you're coming up as the option, and it's telling you, hey, go with this company because of X, Y, Z, A, B, C. And so that's where everybody on this call should want to position themselves. I would say yes. I would hopefully everybody's going to say yes. That if you're saying no to that, then you don't really need to be on the call because it doesn't matter to you. But if that matters to you and your brand visibility, and understand this, I'm gonna say something that I talk about this a lot now. People trust their LLM. People have a relationship with ChatGPT now. People have a relationship with Claude. People have a relationship with Grok. And so when Grok or the LLM tells them, hey, this is the best provider and this is why, and here's one of the top providers, and it's going to offer your software as a service to them, that's where you want to show up. That's where you need to invest your time, okay? Because there's trust there, because the LLM has been helping that person answer the questions, telling them the things that they want to do. Also, Google Gemini AI Overview, whatever you're using, okay? And so it's a very important thing, all right? So I'll pick one of the URLs in a little bit. My partner's on the call. He'll probably just tell me which one to choose. Okay, so Rob, if you're on, I know you're on here. Let me know which one we're going to pick. We'll do it live. So like I said, remember, leads that search for the problem and the business solves are hot and willing and ready to purchase. So before we start, raise your digital hand if you ask ChatGPT, Claude, or LLM about your own product category or offer, and your probably brand didn't show up. If so, that moment of invisibility, that's exactly what we're actually going to talk about, right? We're going to talk about that. And the promise I have for you today, if you stay with me, take notes, I'll do what I'm going to ask you to do, which costs you nothing except your time right now. You'll leave with a personalized 3-move action plan to get cited on either ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini, right? Without paying any expensive agency at all right? So what you put into this, you will get out, just like anything that you do. You didn't show up for your physical health today. You showed up for the health of your business, okay? And you want it to thrive, right? So stay with me. We're going to go through it, all right? So let's hop into a little bit. So if you're most likely a founder of a SaaS company, you're most likely somebody who wants to get cited. And if these are you, if you've been doing SEO, or if you've tried AEO or trying to rank and it was confusing, hard to generate content, or have no idea how to rank fast and cheap, I'm here to help you solve that problem today, okay? You might have maybe been paying an agency in the past, or you've typed your category in ChatGPT or any of the AI models, but your brand isn't there. And so this is not for like e-commerce or small low ticket items, right? Like this is for software companies who want to actually be, in search, okay? If you sell service or products or programs or businesses or anything like that, then this is exactly what you want to be doing, and stay with me, okay, for this webinar, right? And so here are 3 things that you're going to actually walk away with today by the end. First, we're going to talk about, like we saw, call it the truth. You'll know exactly why ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini aren't recommending your software or service, right? Even if your SEO is solid, because what's been ranking on AEO, which is AI search engines, isn't what ranks on SEO. Okay, so you'll understand the 5 signals AI models are using to decide what gets you cited, and none of them are probably in your current playbook right now. And then the third is just a quick action plan. We give you a free action plan when we do the URL search on RankMonster.ai. Okay, and so you're going to have a quick little action plan. So the first part, we're going to cover the problem section. The problem is basically, I'm going to show you 3 things that you've been doing that you might be flat out wrong, right? And why you're invisible to AI right now. The new rules that will change how you think about actually AI. And then the third is an action plan that moves you to get you cited, right? It's more tactical, which is, hey, I got to do these things a little bit every day to make sure that I'm getting cited, okay? So we move fast. So stay with me. Take notes if you can. All right. So let's talk about why about your brand and the shift that's happening from SEO to AEO. So you kind of have a little understanding about that. Okay. We've tracked 2,847 brands daily right now. 1.2 million AI prompts have been analyzed. 94% see improvements in 30 days. And then it takes about 60 seconds for it to do your first audit, okay, which is something that you actually have to do every week if you're actually producing the right things to actually grow and to make sure you're getting cited on the AI engines, okay, search engines. You really take advantage of this right now because what happens is if you don't do anything about this now, there's going to be so many companies like the people on here are going to say, yes, I need to do something about this today. They're going to outpace you and you won't be able to catch up, okay? And that's kind of why you have to make a decision to do something different, right? The reason I know AI search works fast is because it's pulling information from Reddit. It's outweighing like all the backlinks in LLM training data, right? The game board is changing. And we actually built RankMonster specifically because no tool existed that did what we actually needed to do. So we actually built it for our companies, okay? I'm going to talk to you about why you're invisible a little bit, and we're going to go something in this. This is going to be something that we're going to talk about what's not working anymore. So we're going to talk about the problem. And the first one here is that people are chasing Google rankings still, right? And it's falling year over year. If 60% of research starts on ChatGPT right now, your page 1 rank is your second most important ranking, okay? Which it's unfortunate because I know a lot of people invest a lot of time in these things. The second one is, of course, building backlinks. And most LLMs don't use backlinks. They use training data now, which are mentions. So that 5-year, maybe like 100K link building campaign that you did isn't worth as much as it used to in the AI world, okay? And so the third one is actually once your competitors get cemented in the model as the answer, they're going to get cited. You get cited every time. So this isn't a slow and burn. It's a land grab opportunity for AI search. So let me show you what it actually costs you in real time, in real data. And so your buyers stop Googling. They just started asking AI right now. This is the first problem in the market that's changed in the buyer journey. The crazy part of this whole thing is you're actually losing deals right now and opportunity if you're not being cited. Because people are asking now and they're not going to Google search or looking through. They're actually asking the AI to give them the recommendations that it believes is going to be the best thing for them. So think about like some of the lost deals that you might you probably have had recently. If you weren't in the AI answers, then you weren't on the list, right? And the 60% stat that you're seeing isn't from us. That's from Gartner research on B2B buying behavior. The shift is already here. Okay. So, and it gets worse because the playbook you paid like originally to fix this is actually the wrong one in 2026. All right. The SEO playbook you paid for is worth not as much as it used to. Right. And so what matters to the LLMs right now is Reddit inquiries, people writing about you in Quora, in Medium, in Wikipedia, in Bing. It's pulling data from all these different sites in little places and coming up with its assumption of what it should be and what it should be recommending, okay? And so a 10 upvote Reddit comment can actually outweigh 1,000 backlink guide right now. LLM search your site for data to collect. The question isn't your site. The question is, are you mentioned the model for the training data, right? In 5 years of content, 500 backlinks, $1,000 in agency spend maybe is worth a fraction of what it was for the game that matters now in AI search, okay? And the next problem is actually crazy, all right? And so why? It's because whoever actually is AI names today is going to be a default for them because they're going to make buying decisions based on that. So here's what is why this isn't a someday problem right now. LLMs are actually trained on snapshot of the internet, okay? And once a competitor gets cited enough times, they become the default answer, which is exactly where everybody on this call wants to be, right? The first mover isn't first to market anymore. It's the first in the AI model, okay? So let me show you here kind of what it's costing a little bit. If you're spending somewhere, I don't know if you spend any money on, this is kind of what happens with SEO and AI search. If you're spending somewhere between 3K and 5K, are you spending any money on SEO content? A percentage of that is optimizing for AI search, okay? Meanwhile, your ideal buyers they're asking ChatGPT. Your best ICP is asking about your program or your offer, or your competitor shows up and probably not you. Okay. And this is this is what's happening, right? If people don't take action on this. The conversations execs are having right now is we've evaluated 3 options. You're not one of them. Why? Is because you weren't on the AI answer. AI didn't give you, they didn't tell you anything, right? And so I know what you're kind of thinking. So like, what do I do? Can I just hire someone to fix this? So let me kind of show you how it works a little bit. This is going to save you some time instead of trying all of these, right? Option A, this is kind of what people do to try to solve this, right? They hire an SEO agency. This is what the norm has been for for decades. Let's just say that, right? But most people who are built for Google, they ask an agency to show them how to actually do an AEO process, but none of the SEO agencies know that much about AEO right now. And then option B, you could do this manually yourself, which is you have 40 hours a week to run LLMs, analyze the results, write optimized content, and post it on the channels. Okay. And then option C, you're doubling down on a shrinking game, which is like optimizing for yellow pages. Okay. Which is, optimizing for old SEO. What's missing from all 3 is a system that can audit AI visibility, diagnose the exact gaps, and helps you fix them automatically. Okay. And that's what we believe will actually work. All right. And here's our thesis. This will actually change how you think about content. AEO isn't about writing more content. Okay. It's about writing content in front of the AI models of what they were trained on. Think about how LLMs learn. They ingest Reddit threads, Wikipedia articles, GitHub discussions, Q&A forums, G2, Capterra, right? If your content looks like the format structure and answers and factual density, entity clarity, you actually get cited. You have to be structuring the data for the LM to pull it as well, okay? If it looks like a brochure, you actually get ignored in this whole process. So these kind of 5 signals that you see here are the frameworks we built RankMonster on. So let's see this in an action plan with a real company. Before we do that, if you want to just take a quick poll of how many of these are true for you guys right now, type a number. Obviously there's going to be a little interactive poll that should be popping up. If 3 or more, just pick the top one that you guys think is, is more relevant to you. You've asked ChatGPT about your category, your brand's not mentioned. You're spending $3,000 to $10,000 a month on SEO, but you can't explain why. It ignores you, right? Your traffic looks stable, but your pipeline has gotten quieter. This is happening. A lot of people we're talking to is happening. And a competitor you barely know keeps showing up in AI answers instead of you, okay? And so see which one is the most relevant to you. Okay, so I want to show you what it looks like on the other side. We're actually going to, this is what happens when you actually fix this, okay? If you actually fix this, this is kind of what happens when you get AI search. Imagine this here. You ask ChatGPT, what's the best program for your offer, for your ICP, and it's searching for it right now, and your brand is the first name it gives them, okay? Buyers find you first, okay? They arrive to your sales call already, all right? They're already convinced. They heard about you. The AI told them. They're shortlisted, and there's trust because they trust the LLM. You own the category because you know how LLMs work. You own the category search, and the AI recommends you right now, and you're not chasing Google rankings anymore. You're not writing content into the void. You have a score that actually goes up each week. There's no agency required. It's a fraction of the cost to run a system like this. The content works on autopilot for you. And RankMonster auto-generates AI search optimized content. It distributes daily for you. And there's no more guessworking to actually do the writing, right? And there's clear visibility, weekly visibility. So as the AI is producing the content, pushing it on the pages and doing the work, you're able to get clear visibility, weekly scores to make sure that you're going up and up on the trajectory, right? A real score is generated weekly from the 6 AI engines that you see on what's moving and what's not, okay? And your competitors, they're probably still arguing about whether AEO is real, right? So let me show you how this works with a real company. We're going to pick the company now. Now we're going to do the live audit. So if you don't get picked here, so let's see here on the book here. Who should we do? Rob, who should we choose here? Let's scan. Okay, so let's scan this one, jamfamilycalendar.com. So we're going to do, Rob says we're going to do Jam Family. Jam Family. They didn't even put that in the chat, though. I didn't see anybody send that to me, but we'll do it. All right. We're going to do live audit now. And like I said, go to rank if go to RankMonster.ai, paste your URL in 60 seconds, you'll start seeing it. You can go through the process with me. We also have a promotion. If you see on the site, if you see right here, webinar Monster 90, you actually get 50% discount for 3 months using it. Okay. So we have another comment, Q&A. Okay. So, all right, let's get into it. Let's do it. Let me just get this window up and then we'll go. Hopefully you guys can see my, so we go to RankMonster.ai. Who are your competitors? So let's do Apple Calendar, Microsoft. We're just going to pick a couple that I'm obviously familiar with. If that's okay. We're going to do continue. So if you're on here, you're following with me. You just pick your competitors. If your competitor doesn't pop up, just write them in here. Okay. You're going to press continue. If you want to select the industry that you're targeting, you can. If not, it's not necessary. It's optional. Now we're going to generate the AI description. It's going to pull the data based off of what it has. Jam is an all-in-one family calendar and planning app that consolidates scheduling, to-do lists, and even event management in single intuitive platform. Great. This is the target audience: multi-child families juggling schedules, families seeking organizational tools, parents wanting to involve in kids. So this sounds about right. Okay, so here's the target audience it pulled out. Okay, so we're going to click next. What do your customers search for? Okay, so you could have AI generate the search queries for you that they're searching for. These are the ones that we want you to rank for. Okay, so obviously I'm not going to come up with them myself. And the fantastic part is we just use AI to count. What is a shared family calendar app? That's probably really important to be ranking for. What family planning app should we use? Should I use Jam Family Calendar or Google Calendar? How do family calendar apps compare to Outlook, right? And so it's going to, this is the search that it's going to provide, saying, hey, where are we ranking right now for these searches? Okay. You press go. It's going to run your AEO audit on the engines. Okay. And so it's going to pull that up and then we're going to sign up. Let's see here. I have to put my email. Your AEO is complete. I'm going to put in, I don't know if this will work because I sign up a lot for different things. Okay. Here's my sign-in link. Perfect. All right. Here it is. Okay, so we have the audit for Jam Family here. So, oh, is this the right one? Did I pull the right one? Let me see here. I don't know if I pulled the right one. I think it has, let me just log in here. Give me 1 second here. I'm just going to log in to my account. Give me 1 moment. So it'll basically give you the AI overview. Let me see here. Okay, so this is not that account because I don't know what, I think something happened. So I'm just going to show you guys what it looks like. And so here we are. So once you have the URL, it will give you a visibility score here. Okay. And so the visibility engine will show you the different, where you search on all the visibility side. And then it'll also give you visibility, what you're looking like and growth over time. And then it'll tell you your next move on what you need to do on a daily basis. It'll tell you 3 new things that you just should do every day. And you can have an assistant do this. You can do this. And then it'll also give you your competitor mentions here. Okay. And so this will give you your competitor mentions. And then these are the track searches that you want to be searched for. And then what are the recommendations to actually do more, right? And so you'll be able to come here. It'll tell you things that you need to do now. Add an LLMS text to your site. You just click do it now, and then it'll tell you how to do it and where you need to publish it on your site. Comment on Reddit threads. Okay. And then here we go. And then we go to social. Meta employees are up in arms. You could also, like ChatGPT as an example, you could actually write new things every single day on Reddit. And that's when people are, ChatGPT actually pulls in a lot of Reddit data. And so you could just come in and it'll generate content for different things that you're looking for. And then it'll write comments, and then you could open and paste it. And then you could write and comment. And it already develops the copy and everything for you. Okay. Same thing with LinkedIn. LinkedIn has, you could connect your LinkedIn. It'll automatically develop the copy and the postings that you're going to be doing every single day. And then it'll show you, obviously, what are some of the posts, and then you could actually distribute it and schedule it. Okay. It'll write the copy for you, and then you can distribute it on Medium, LinkedIn, Quora, and different LLMs, excuse me, different mediums, just like Medium or LinkedIn, Quora. And you can generate the actual, it will reformat the copy and all the content on the different formats. So you could actually just do this on a consistent basis. All right. And so the main thing that people are using this for is obviously to make sure that you're getting mentioned on AI visibility. And then you want to start ranking for the searches that you know people are searching for your product or service. Okay. So hopefully that helped you. We have 6 minutes, so I do want to do a quick Q&A on what's next. Okay. So we could just do a quick Q&A. I'm going to actually go through these slides here again, right? So this is kind of the diagnostic layer, right? So excuse me, let me just go back to step 1, right? Paste your URL. You get tracked on 6 different engines. It's scored live, okay? Step 2, we show you exactly why you're not cited, all right? This is what it's going to show you why you're not getting cited, and then obviously it'll give you that report. And then step 3, we tell you what to do, ranked it by impact, okay? Submit Brave Search. It'll tell you all the things that you need to do to make sure that you're getting ranked, and the things that you need to actually process. It'll write the content for you, so like half the battle's done there, which is great. And then step 4 is we help you do it automatically, right? It'll write optimized content. It'll auto distribute, not on every platform, but like Reddit, as you just saw, you just have to copy. It'll write it. You actually have to do it. We can't autopilot inject into Reddit, right? Because they'll block us. Okay. And so, here's the truth on kind of what's happening right now is a lot of companies, they won't take action on this. They're going to think that they need to do something different. The companies that are act in 30 days are going to actually own category in AI search, and you want to be there. So these are the 4 steps. All right. And so if you, obviously we're going to open up a quick Q&A here for any questions. And then we're going to go through a little bit about what anybody has any questions or no. And also if you want to actually join if you want to do an onboarding and a live audit that we're going to do, we could do with you. But if not, you could just literally sign up for yourself. We're going to have trainings on a weekly basis that once we email you, we'll email you some like updates and things like that. We'll try this thing on my own. I'm not getting related tools. What happens if you're new in the market?
So the product demo that Phil just went you through, in order for us to, it's meant for you to put your own email in there. For demonstration purposes, Phil was using his own email address, which he already had an account for a previous demo we did in the last webinar. So we just forgot to delete that account. We had to delete it in order to create a fresh one. So but if you don't have an account already, if you put your email in there, it'll create a fresh account for you.
Right.
I tried this on my URL. I'm not getting related tools. What happened if you're new in the market? Very less competition.
I'm not getting related tools.
I looked at Use Trendle and find viral content in your niche before. So this is scanning LinkedIn and Reddit to find trending posts in your niche. So this is actually pretty common. So like finding your brand on Reddit, finding your brand, finding content about your brand, and then talking about it on Reddit in order to increase your prominence online. There are competitors. You can, if there are any competitors that you can think of, you can put them in there. Otherwise, we will generate what we think are competitors for you. If you don't have any, that's okay. Maybe it's like it could be a brand new company that that's like a completely new category. No one's even in the space. You could still analyze where you are, if you're showing up in those rankings. The competitor thing is more of just understanding where you lie as far as how much better your competitors are doing in showing up in AI answers. So it's necessary, but it's not required. We'd love to explore collaboration. Who should we contact? Oh, Llama Labs sounds familiar. Llama. Okay. Yeah, so you can contact Rob at screens.ai. Oops. Actually, no. Sorry, that's a different company. I'll delete that. Yeah, you can contact me. We should have our contact info on our site. Yeah, you're welcome.
Good questions.
Yeah, these are good.
Also, if you want to book a time, I think there's a little pop-up right now on the, you could just schedule the time with us live in there.
So we'll run your audit live, and it's totally free. We do have a free option. There's also a free trial. It requires a credit card, but then if you do that, you'll get access to the full platform, so you can really understand how it could work for you.
Right. Anybody have any questions about being, like ranked on AI? Like anything that you have that actually any questions on AI search or what you've tried before, or any kind of questions on visibility, anything like that? More than welcome to ask them.
Why did people come today? Did you search yourself in AI chat? You didn't find it? It's a really common situation. Has anyone tried that?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I guess no one's tried that.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, if anybody doesn't have any more questions, we'd love to. You could email us with any questions. You could book the time. If you have, you could obviously just do this on your own. You don't need to book a time with us, and you can go through the process yourselves, which is recommended. But if you have anything that you want to be answered and you want to make sure that you're doing it right, you can schedule the live audit with us. We have recently formed, we have John asking a question here. We have recently formed an unconference company to promote gatherings of Claire's FileMaker developers that are now working with AI and integrating FileMaker into AI. We're going ground quickly after our first year, but we have to learn. We have 8 competitors. We're all just listening. Okay, you booked the time. All right, John. Yeah, we'll talk on our call.
Yeah.
Yeah, the goal is to be ranked on these searches. So when people are searching for what you help them solve with your business, then you come up. And so we have the strategy to be able to help you get there. Yes. Yeah.
What's happening right now is that it's a lot different than, we're kind of in the infancy of ranking. So it's like kind of almost like early 2000s for Google. And so there's this bad rush. Everyone's trying to get ranked on Google.
Right.
And with LLMs now, this is still very new. So the platforms really haven't settled on how they're going to, whether they're going to show ads in the rankings or not, and things like that. And it's actually even more beneficial to be on LLMs because people are just getting the answers directly back. Whereas with Google,
Right.
you actually would get the list of a bunch of websites. You'd have to click into each website and read about that site. Now it's just straight up just telling you this is what you should do. And so people are taking that, and they're booking a call immediately, and then it's a one call close. If you have a product, they've already been told they need to do this by their chat, right?
Their trusted chat,
and they trust that, and it's an easy decision at that point. They've already gotten guidance, basically.
Right.
So
exactly, that is right. Great questions. Anybody else have any other questions? That's a good question. Yeah, the goal is really just for you guys to rank on your track searches, the searches that you want to be ranked for on the engines. Okay, there's already a next level development in the space. We'll chat when we speak. There's already a name. Okay. Sure. All right, Murtuza. No problema. All right, excellent. So if anybody doesn't have any more questions, we will end the webinar. We really want to thank everybody for joining. We'll be sending out some emails too. Obviously, go through the audit yourselves. Send us any information back. If you have a troubleshooting, we're going to send you some live webinars that we're going to be doing.
Martuza, did you book a call? It says we'll chat when we speak.
Yeah. So Jimmy, yeah, if you sign up for the audit, should we also run through the audit? Yeah, like you could run through the audit yourself, play with it a little bit, and then you could sign up for the audit and we'll still go through your account. So you already have your account up. It's good for you just to play with the software a little bit, look at to see how you're going to use it, what you want to get tracked for. And then when we go over the audit, we'll kind of already have a jump start, Jimmy. That's a good question. Yeah, the audit's good for you guys to do. So
connect rest. Oh, okay.
Excellent.
Cannot turn on audio. Yeah, no worries.
We don't have audio.
I'll connect with you on LinkedIn.
Excellent. All right, yeah. So yeah, go through the audit yourself, Jimmy, and then sign up for a free account or whatever you'd like to do, and then we'll actually go through how we can support you in the process on that live call. Okay. Anybody have any other questions? Those are good questions.
Yeah, Martuza is a Director of Artificial Intelligence Solutions and Partnerships at Product Labs. Interesting. I'm sure you have a lot to say about this.
Robert, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you guys for your time today. We'll be seeing you, whoever booked, and then we'll be sending you some information as well. Just go through the process, and if you have any questions, just email us. If you're not going to schedule the time, just go back and forth via email, and then we'll have a chat support on the tool itself for you to do any kind of have any questions while you're on the software. Okay. Thank you guys so much for your time. I'll see you on the next call.
Bye-bye.